they were in jail, and their situation was they were in chains, shackles, and they were miserable that time, actually suffering. And that was the time Krishna appeared. Krishna took two-handed form, and that time he gave instruction to Vasudev that you have to carry me to the Gokul, to your friend. When Vasudev was lifting Krishna, there were shackles in his hand. Immediately it fell off, broke, and he was free. All the doors of the prison opened, and Vasudev was able to carry Krishna. So this pastime we all know. Whenever Krishna does something, there is something for us in it. There is a message for us in that. So what Acharya says is, the prison actually represents our world, this world. And what are these shackles? Like Vasudev was having these chains and shackles. What are these shackles are? These are the shackles of our attachments. We are in this material world because of our attachments. So attachment to family and attachment to body. These two are the attachments that are binding us to this world. So until we have Krishna in our life, until we realize that there is only one way to unlock these shackles is Krishna, there is no way out. So Krishna manifests to free us from these shackles of material world, and that's what happened with Vasudeva. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padkamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvetam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Namaum Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vangsha Kalpatarubhyaksha Kripa Sindhubhya evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jai Sachinandan Gaur Hari, Jai Sachinandan Gaur Hari, Jai Sachinandan Gaur Hari. Hare Krishna. So, why do we celebrate Krishna Janmashtami? Children? Because we get to perform something on stage? No? We get Prasadam? No? Why we celebrate Krishna Janmashtami? Okay, if not children, adults, why we celebrate Krishna Janmashtami? Celebrate birthday of Krishna? So Krishna Janmashtami, the name itself says Janma. Janma means birth. Ashtami is the tithi, it's the date as per the lunar calendar, not the solar calendar. So Ashtami is a tithi, Janma is, the name says Janma. However, actually Krishna never takes birth. Janma means birth. Krishna is eternal. He is always there. So there is no janma or mrityu. There is no birth or death for Krishna. So what happens actually is Krishna appears and disappears. So Krishna is like, imagine like a sun. So sun for us in Bournemouth, it is rising at some time. In US, it's not there. So do we say sun disappears? Sun is not there. Sun died. No, sun is there. It's just, it's not visible. Similarly, Krishna appears and disappears. So his appearance and disappearance doesn't mean Krishna doesn't exist or Krishna died or Krishna took birth. Krishna just appears and then he disappears. So why Krishna appears? Is Krishna in need of something? Why is coming here? So beautiful world, so many things to do. Any guesses why Krishna is coming? To meet his devotees. Yes, Krishna is coming to meet his devotees. What else? Why Krishna is coming? He's bored? Krishna is bored. There's no Netflix in the spiritual world. He wants to see something here. Lok Kalyanam, for the welfare of people. So as Mataji and Prabhuji rightly said, Krishna comes to meet his devotee and for the welfare of everyone. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, it's two famous verses we all have heard, thanks to Doordarshan and Mahabharata that used to come, and that is the only knowledge of Bhagavad Gita we have. There are 700 verses, but these two verses we all know. So Krishna says, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyuthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata. So Krishna says, whenever there is a decline in the religion, that time I appear to establish the religion. And then further he says, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So two things he is saying. Paritranaya sadhunam, like Prabhuji said, for the welfare of people. Sadhu are not the one who wears the orange dresses or who are sannyasis. Yes, they are also sadhu. Sadhu is any person who is selfless, who is living for other. One can be sadhu. We all sitting in our houses, we are not wearing orange clothes, but we can be sadhu if we are living for others, if we are selfless in our intentions. So Krishna comes to protect the sadhus, paritranaya sadhunam, and then vinashaya cha dushkritam. Dushkritam is miscreants who are doing irreligious activities. To annihilate them, Krishna comes. Now why Krishna need not to come personally to kill someone, right? Krishna can just look and see and it will be done. So that is one thing Krishna does. Krishna annihilated Kamsa, he annihilated Ravan, he killed so many demons and miscreants in different incarnations. But more than that, Krishna comes, like Mataji said, to meet his devotees. Because one thing Krishna has everything. But one thing Krishna is not having. What's that? Any guesses? Krishna has everything. Yes, Mataji. What Krishna is not having? No, Krishna has love. Krishna is the epitome of love. We all have love from him. Attachment, yes, but somehow Krishna has a very nice spiritual attachment for Radharani. One thing Krishna doesn't have. Any more guesses? If I'll talk, it will become a bit, boring after children dancing and me talking. This will be a more of a sleeping session. That's why. What Krishna is not having? One thing. Yeah, devotees are like third person. He himself, what he doesn't have? One thing. Or one thing he can't do. Krishna can do everything actually. One thing he can't do. Exactly. He cannot. Mataji said praise. He cannot love himself, right? It's very difficult. We all do love ourselves. That's why we are different than Krishna. But Krishna is extremely selfless and that's why he can't love himself. He needs someone to love him. And who loves him the most? His devotees. And to taste that love and to have that relationship with his devotees, Krishna comes. Whenever devotees call, Krishna comes. It's not an imagination. Even some of us, if we call Krishna from our heart, It is said Krishna will not come like maybe like how we see with a peacock feather, with a shining dress, wearing a garland. No, he will not walk like this. Krishna comes in form of a person. When we need Krishna the most, Krishna will send someone, and that person represents Krishna. He's not Krishna, but is a messenger of Krishna. So Krishna is always coming for his devotees. So going into the pastime, because it's Krishna Katha, on Janmashtami we should hear something about Krishna. Why should we hear about Krishna? We don't know the pastimes of Krishna? We all know. Thanks to Doordarshan again, Krishna series. So, yes, we all know about Krishna's pastime, but Krishna's pastimes are different than our own pastimes. We all love to record our own recordings and we see where we went. But let's be honest, we all love recording. We have mobiles, we take this picture, that picture, this video. How many times we go back and check our own video? Maybe once, twice, immediately after the trip, when it's fresh in the memory, we will see our own video. After 2 months, 3 months, do we see our own videos? Some of us may be seeing, there's nothing wrong, but generally we don't see, we lose taste. There is no taste in it. But Krishna's pastimes are different. Whenever we hear Krishna's pastime, what it does is, even if we know these pastime, Kaliya Leela, or Govardhan Leela, or Makhan Chori Leela, all these things we know, we have heard. But when we hear Krishna Katha, what happens is, Krishna's name and Krishna, there is no difference. For me, like Mataji was saying so many things, my name is Nikunja Manjari, given by my Guru, His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj. So Nikunja Manjari is a name. But if someone says Nikunja Manjari and I am not there, is it a person standing? You can talk to the name? No. So there is a difference between the name and the person in this world. But in spiritual world, there is everything is personified. So when we say personified, even Krishna's flute is live. Krishna's umbrella is live. The grass is live. The trees are living. Of course, in our world, we have this, okay, they are living, they are not non-living. But everything is personified, and hence Krishna's name is also same as Krishna. So when we chant Krishna's name, like we were all chanting, at that time, it's not just the name, it's Krishna who manifests. We can't see him because we don't have the eyes. We have material eyes, we don't have the spiritual eyes, but Krishna manifests when we chant his names. So there is no difference between Krishna and Krishna's names. So that's why we should hear about Krishna. When we hear Krishna's name, Krishna Katha, it does a purification within. The more we hear about Krishna, more purification takes place internally. And second thing is using our tongue. The more we chant Krishna's name, it can be any name. It can be Krishna, Govinda, Mukunda, Damodar, Madhav, whatever name we want. But when we chant Krishna's name, it does purify our consciousness. There is a very subtle consciousness that's there. It keeps on getting purified. And more we take this name, our consciousness will become more and more pure. So that's why we should hear Krishna Katha. So on the day of Janmashtami, how Krishna appeared? Krishna appeared in? Where Krishna appeared? Jail, prison. And what was the condition of Krishna's parents that time? They were all happy watching Netflix. Yes. Here Prabhuji is saying yes. So no, they were not happy, right? They were in jail and their situation was they were in chains, shackles. And they were miserable that time, actually, suffering. And that was the time Krishna appeared. When Krishna appeared, Krishna spoke to Vasudeva. And he gave him some instructions. Krishna appeared in a four-handed form as Lord Vishnu. There is no difference between Vishnu and Krishna. So he appeared as Lord Vishnu, and then Mother Devaki got very afraid and she said, just hide this form, because as soon as Kamsa will see you, he will kill you. So just to pacify her, immediately Krishna took two-handed form. And that time he gave instruction to Vasudeva that you have to carry me to the Gokul, to your friend. And that time what Vasudeva did, he lifted Krishna and he tried lifting him. But what happened at that point was, a very important thing took place. When Vasudeva was lifting Krishna. There were shackles in his hand. Immediately it fell off, broke. And he was free. All the doors of the prison opened. And Vasudeva was able to carry Krishna. So this pastime we all know. But why? Whenever Krishna does something, there is something for us in it. There is a message for us in that. So Acharyas have given a long commentary on this pastime. So what Acharya says is, the prison actually represents our world, this world. We feel it's a happy place. Because it's a Krishna Janmashtami, I'll not go into that talk that it's not a happy place. But that's the fact. This material world is not a happy place. It's like a prison and we all are the prisoners here. And what are these shackles? Like Vasudeva was having these chains and shackle. What are these shackles? Are shackles of our lust, ego, arrogance, greed, anger, and most important, yes, desire, attachment. These are the shackles of our attachments. We are in this material world because of our attachments. We have so many attachment, and biggest attachment that's described in the Shastras are two. What are the biggest two attachments? Any guesses? What are the two biggest attachment? Yeah, sense gratification is one, but what are the biggest attachment or attachment propensity we have? Body is the last attachment. We all are highly attached to our body. We think we love our this one, that one, this one. We love ourselves the most. That's the fact. So at the center of our heart, we all are somewhere highly selfish. So yes, attachment for body is the highest, and more, and other than body, what is the next attachment? That's the topmost attachment, Prabhu said. There is one more that comes before body. Family, yes. So attachment to family and attachment to body. These two are the attachments that are binding us to this world. So attachments, lust, anger, greed, like all things said, these are like shackles. Now can we get rid of it? Vasudeva was able to get rid of it by himself? No. He was there for years, locked. When he got free, when Krishna appeared in his life, not before that. So until we have Krishna in our life, until we realize that there is only one way to unlock these shackles is Krishna, there is no way out. So Krishna manifests to free us from these shackles of material world. And that's what happened with Vasudeva. Now in our case, we will think, oh, I'm not Vasudeva. There is no jail. There is no Kamsa. Krishna is also not coming. So what will happen to me? How can I get free? What should I do? So in that case, Acharyas has said that there are two things. Topmost thing one can do is hearing about Krishna and chanting about Krishna. Chanting includes everything. Like there is a Kirtan which was being done, that's chanting. We can do the Nam Jap, that's chanting. When we speak Krishna Katha, that's chanting. When we hear, that's Shravanam. So hearing Krishna Katha and taking Krishna's name are the two ways Krishna will appear in our life. Krishna will not come in form of four-handed form in front of us. He will come in his name. So just to have a bit of understanding how glorious this name is, I was thinking what should I talk about. So there is a beautiful prayer which is composed by one of the saint. His name is Srila Bilva Mangal Thakur. He is, when we talk about any devotee who are exalted, we don't say he was, he is, because they are always there. They never leave. So Bilva Mangal Thakur is the topmost, one of the very big devotee of Lord Krishna. And he composed this prayer. It's called as, there are many names to it, but the famous name is, it's called as Damodar Stotram. So he composed this song and it's a long prayer. It's 71 verses are there. I'm not going to recite 71 verses today, but few which are very famous and important. So what I was thinking is, I'll just sing these And we'll meditate on the meaning of some of the verses. And there is a particular line that gets repeated in this prayer. So there are names of Krishna, which is Govinda, Damodar, and Madhav. As soon as you will identify when I'll sing, as soon as this Govinda, Damodar, Madhav comes, what I want is you all sing with me. So that way we will do the chanting. I just don't want it to be the Shravanam today. Let's do the Kirtanam as well. And in between, I'll just tell the meaning of this few verses from this prayer. So whenever I'll raise my hand, it's a hint, it's time for you to sing with me. Okay? Let's see. Kararavindeena padaravindam Mukharavinde vinaveshayantam Vatasya patrasya pute shayanam Balam mukundam manasa smarami. The next verse is very famous, we all know. So we all can sing together. Shri Krishna Govind Hare Murari He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govind Hare Murari He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Jihve pivasva mritameva deva. Now the name comes. Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. So when this line comes, I'll raise my hands next time so that we all will sing. So what is the meaning in this verses? We all have seen that picture of Krishna where he is sleeping in his Baal form in a big leaf. Some of us must have seen a big banyan leaf is there. And how is Krishna in that? As an infant. And he is holding his toe with his hand and trying to lick it. So that is what this verse is saying. Karara vinde. Arvinda means lotus. His hands are like lotus. With his lotus-like hand, he is holding his lotus-like toe and he is putting in his lotus-like mouth. Everything about Krishna is like lotus. Because Krishna is soft, Krishna is pink, Krishna is beautiful. So these are the ecstasies of the devotees. When they compose, these things comes out from their ecstasies. These are not imagination. They see. When they meditate, they see Krishna. And then they compose these things. They are not imagining these things. And then what he says? Balam mukundam manasa smarami. Let me remember that form of Bala Mukunda. What? Now there are many names of Krishna which are going to come in this. Mukunda means what? We just had a dance. Mukunda, Mukunda. What Mukunda means? We should know the meaning of all the names of Krishna. Then our meditation will become very strong. Any guesses? Anyone knows? Guesses will not work in this. What's the meaning of Mukunda? Mukunda means one who gives liberation. That's the meaning of Mukunda. So Krishna's one name is Mukunda because he is the one who can give us liberation. Liberation from what? From this world? Just get out? No, actually, getting out from this world is for very later. One can become liberated being in this world. When we say we want to get liberated, it's kind of a, we have a, escapism mentality. We want to escape something. No, that's not the solution. We have to fight. We have to be in this world. Krishna told Arjun that you have to fight. But Arjun was liberated being in the world. We need not to escape. We have to learn to fight, keeping Krishna in center. And then further in the verse, there are different names of Krishna. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. And then further it is said, Jihve pivasva mritameva deva Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. Jive pivasva amritameva meva. That means let my tongue drink the nectar. Nectar of what? Juices? Panchamrit? Lassi, devotion, more name of Krishna. Jihve piva swamritameva deva Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. Let my tongue recite your names. Govinda Damodara Madhava. Let my tongue drink the nectar of your holy names. There is nothing nectarian in this world. Acharyas goes to that extent saying there is nothing nectarian in this world except the names of Krishna. Now we will take one few more verses, and this time I'm going to raise my hand. You all know what we are going to sing? What are the names? Anyone knows? There. Okay. So we know this. So I'll raise my hand. That's the clue when we will all sing together. Vikretu kama khila gopakanya Murari padarpita chetta vritti Datyadikam havashad gochat Govinda Damodara Madhaveti Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. So what Bilva Mangal Thakur is saying, now he's describing how strong our meditation should be on Krishna. He's describing what was the status or what was the consciousness of gopis. Gopis are the milk vendors. They used to take curd, milk, and they used to go door to door to sell their products. Now when the vendors come, not in UK but India still, what they do? They call out, doodh le lo, dahi le lo. They give a call, phal le lo, something. So gopis were supposed to call out like, take the milk, take the butter, take the curd. But because they were so absorbed in Krishna, even if they were trying to sell their product, what they were singing? Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. They were forgetful that they want to sell their products. In front of every door they were going, but they were still singing Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. So that's the consciousness of a devotee. The more our consciousness gets absorbed, anything we will talk, our talk will come back to Krishna and Krishna's names. We'll move ahead. Grahe grahe gopavadhu kadamba Sarve militva samvapya yogam Punyani namani pathanti nityam Damodara Madhaveti Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. How many of us are there on the stage? Just one. How many of we are there? At least 60, 70. Let's see who is singing louder. Govinda Damodara Madhaveti Govinda Damodara Madhaveti Sukham Shayana Nilaye Nijepi Namani Vishnu Pravadanti Martya Teneshchitam Tan Mayatam Vrajanti Dharmadhaveti Jihve Sadevam Bhaja Sundarani Namani Krishnasya Manoharani Samast Bhaktarthi Vinashanani Govinda Damodara Madhaveti Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. Again the same thing he is saying. Jihve Sadevam Bhaja Sundarani. O tongue, Sadev means always chant the beautiful names of Krishna. And what will happen as a result? Samast Bhaktarthi Vinashanani. All the obstacles in the path of devotion will be removed. Some of us may say, oh, I am chanting name of Krishna, still nothing good is happening with me, because our desires are still material. When we desire something, oh, I should get this person, I should get this house, I should get this job, Yes, Krishna may or Krishna may not grant, but if we chant Krishna's name with only one desire, that I want devotion to Krishna, all the obstacles from the path of devotion is guaranteed to be removed. That's the magic of Krishna's name. Now this verse is very beautiful. Sukhavasane idamev saram dukhavasane idamev geyam dehavasane idamev japyam govinda damodar madhaveti. What is being said? Sukha vasane idmeva saram. When I am there, when everything is all right, sukh is there. Of course, there is no sukh which is permanent, but whenever it is there, you are still the essence of everything. Because when we are in happy, when we are in a smooth water, we forget Krishna actually. But then we should remember he is the essence of everything. And then dukha vasane idmeva geyam. When the sorrow comes, when the trouble comes, you are the only one to be known. We can know Krishna only when we are miserable, actually. Whenever there is a problem coming in our life, we should consider it's a blessing, because that's the only time we can know Krishna. We will see Krishna's presence, we will feel Krishna's presence when there is a problem in our life. And the last thing is being said is, Dehavasane idameva japyam. Dehavasane, at the time of death, there is only one thing that has to be said. We will say so many things actually, based on our consciousness. Someone will think about the wife, someone will think about children, someone will think about job. We all will think about anything but Krishna. But at the time of death, there is only one thing that should be said, that should be chanted, is Krishna's name. Will it happen automatically? Magically? No. We have to practice. For this Janmashtami, we all were bothering you with so many countdowns coming for last 1 month. And the children and everyone, whoever, there is a big drama that's going to come. Everyone was practicing for a month. How much duration this program is going to be there? It's a 4 hours program. The preparation was a month long and program is 4 hours. Same is the case with our life. Our entire life is a preparation, so that at the time of the show, what is a show? Death. Death is the show time. At the time of show, we are able to take Krishna's name. And how well we will do that time depends upon our practice. If entire life we have not practiced, we meditated on everything but Krishna, how we will think about Krishna at the time of death? No. The show is going to be really a flop show. So we have to practice Krishna's name throughout the life. I'll sing one more, and there are many in this. Shri Krishna Radha Varagokulesha Gopal Govardhananath Vishnu Jihve Pivaswamritamev Deva Govinda Damodar Madhaveti Govinda Damodar Madhaveti. Different names of Krishna are being called here. Shri Krishna Radhavar Gokulesha. He is a Radhavar. He is a Gokulesha. He is a Ishwar of a Gokul. Gopal Govardhananath. Because he lifted Govardhan, his one of the name is Govardhananath. Why these prayers have so many names of Krishna? So that whenever we take one name of Krishna, entire pastime of Krishna should go as as a short movie. These days we watch shorts. Like a shorts, it should quickly go, Govardhan Leela, Krishna is doing this. Oh, it's Mukunda, oh, he's doing this. Like that. Whenever we take name of Krishna, the meditation has to be there on Krishna's name. So this is what, so why I thought of taking this prayer today is just to understand that how Krishna will appear in our life. Janmashtami is once in a year. We may come, we will celebrate, we will do something. And Krishna is going to love it because we are here all gathered for Krishna. But then we should not restrict remembrance of Krishna only to Janmashtami. Yesterday, day before yesterday, some of you know one Mataji who sends these countdown in the group. I just messaged her in the night saying, from Sunday, Mataji, you are free, no countdown for you. And she was about to send a smiley, and my daughter Arya, she was sitting next to me, and she said, no, Mama, you can ask her to start the countdown, 365 more days to go. And when she said that, I just sent her a message, Mataji, new assignment, 365 more days to go. And she said a crying emoji. But that's how it should be. When Arya said that, I was amazed. My consciousness was, Mataji, you are free. You need not to send anything. She said, no, she can send 365 more days to go. This should be our mood. We should prepare. We should think about Krishna entire year. And Janmashtami is one such festival. The devotees eagerly wait entire year. Oh, when is the next Janmashtami? Which date? Which day? That shows our love. How well we remember our birthdays? At least children, adults maybe, I don't know. But children, they do. In the beginning of the year, they check it is falling on whether holiday or not, what I'm going to do for my birthday. Like that we plan. So why not for Krishna? We have to plan Krishna's birthday. We call it birthday, but Krishna's appearance day. That should be our mood. And the appearance of Krishna will take place only if we do it constantly, every day, every hour, every minute. If we think about Krishna, Krishna is bound to be there. We forget in so many things of this world, but we should not forget Krishna. And how we will not forget Krishna? We know the process now. We have to chant, we have to call out Krishna. But do we know how we can call, what we should do? No. Again, we don't have the right knowledge. We don't have the knowledge. It is said, oh, there is a subject you have to study, but we don't know how to study, what's there. And who gives us the knowledge is Guru. So when one has to go to Krishna, one has to go to the Guru first. Guru comes first. So Guru's role is most important because Guru shows us who is Krishna. And a right Guru, actual Guru, will always talk about Krishna. He will always talk about doing things that will please Krishna. And what pleases Krishna most? When his children are happy. So a Guru who teaches that we can please Krishna through people. If we keep people happy, if we keep his devotees happy, Krishna will be happy. But if we just worship Krishna's deity and we are not loving each other, Krishna is not going to love us. So a real Guru tells us to see that Krishna is present in everyone and everywhere. And one such Guru who we are celebrating today is His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So Srila Prabhupada's appearance day is tomorrow, which is a day of Nandotsava. So it's Janmashtami, and next day is Srila Prabhupada's appearance day, which is tomorrow. So we are celebrating everything today, Krishna Janmashtami and the appearance day of Srila Prabhupada. Like Mataji, Sonal Mataji, when she was describing, she said few things about Srila Prabhupada. We are going to see more in the drama today. But because it's Srila Prabhupada's appearance day, I can't stop myself. So Srila Prabhupada he started his journey when he was young, not at the age of very old age. He started his preparation when he was very young, just a college pass out. That was the time he received the instruction from his guru that why don't you go and preach in English language? And he thought, I'm just a boy, I have to run my family. He was not even married. Later he got married, he had children, and he got stuck with the family responsibilities. But instruction of his guru was always going like a cassette in his mind. And so his entire life was preparation. He was just preparing. Of course, he himself was doing his sadhana, but something inside him was telling that he has to do something more. So later he got an instruction in his dream from his spiritual master that you should go to the Western world and give Krishna consciousness to everyone. Why we all are here together is whether we recognize it or not, we are here because of Srila Prabhupada. Because Srila Prabhupada went at the ripe age of 69. He was very old and he lost his business actually. He was a businessman and very rich. But then when one remembers Krishna most, when there are miseries, when there are problems. So Krishna took his money away. You are very happy with your business and family, give me your business. Krishna took first thing his business away. Now there's no money. And then Prabhupada's wife started troubling him a lot. And that gave him a reason. He lost that. Of course, he was not very attached. But yes, that false illusion was taken away as well. And that was the time Prabhupada decided that it's time for me to take sannyas. He left the world. He left this family world, and then he went to Vrindavan. In Vrindavan, he stayed for 8 years, and there he started translating Srimad Bhagavatam. So Srimad Bhagavatam is one of the Purana. It's not a small book. We are not able to read a small Bhagavad Gita. Srimad Bhagavatam, if some of you have seen, there are 12 cantos of Srimad Bhagavatam. There are big 18 books. 18,000 verses are there. So he started translating each verse word by word. It's a mammoth task he took. And when he was done with first 3 parts, he decided it's time for me to leave India and go out. He had no money. So now I will not speak further because otherwise I'll leak the story of the drama. But in drama we will see how many struggles he went through just to go abroad because he didn't have money. And drama will end at certain point. It will not show everything. But he struggled. When he reached New York, US, he had no money, no place to stay. He was struggling alone. In fact, he was, we are talking of the time which is 1965. Right now we can see so many Indians gathered together. The time when he went there were hardly any Indians. And those were there, it was not of his kind. He was pure, strict vegetarian. He had to eat food without onion and garlic. These kind of restrictions he had. And it was difficult. There were no Indian stores, no Indian grocery stores. How he will cook? But with that limited facilities, he managed. From nowhere, he built up this big, today we see ISKCON is so big, but he started from nowhere. So it is described, Prabhupada was an expert cook. In 1 hour, he used to cook feast for 100 people alone, just 1 hour. And he used to cook at least 15 dishes. Now, I was trying to calculate how humanly it is possible. I couldn't do it, but he used to do that every Sunday. And that's why he gave it a name as a Sunday love feast. He just used to call people, just come and I'll give you the feast. And he used to feed everyone, and people were just coming for eating food. They were not even understanding because he was Bengali and his accent was very heavy. So even his English was Bengali English, was not very difficult. Even today we hear his lecture, we can't understand few things. It was very heavy accent, Bengali English he was speaking, and still all Americans, they just took Krishna consciousness. Was it because of what he was saying? Anyone can speak. It was because of his pure devotion. Until we have something, we can't give it. What he had, he gave. His devotion was so pure that whoever was coming close to him, he was making them devotees. And his only instruction to his disciples were that if you want me to be happy, if you want to please me, go out and give Krishna to others. That was his only one desire. If you want me to be happy, go out and give Krishna to others. That is such a profound instruction. So today on this Janmashtami, we can take first Krishna with us and then we can give Krishna to others. It's not very difficult to give Krishna to others. Any way we can give. Small Kirtan we can keep at our house. Invite people. We can cook a feast if we are good cooks. Just invite people, offer something to Krishna and just feed people. We are giving Krishna in so many ways. There are many ways if we want. In Bhagavad Gita, in the last chapter, 18th chapter, Krishna says, one who gives me to others is my favorite. So if any one of have that desire to become Krishna's favorite, it's a secret. If we will do it just for ourselves, मैं और मेरे Krishna, घर में बैठ के this is me and my Krishna, Krishna will be happy. But if we will take pain to go out and give Krishna to others, Krishna will be most happy. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, it's his declaration. So today we are celebrating Janmashtami, but we are also celebrating Srila Prabhupada. So I'll stop talking here